At all of it. Making people feel cared for. I felt my cheeks warm. That's the goal. The moment stretched between us and I had the strange sense that something was shifting, some invisible line being drawn. Then Daniel came crashing back into the kitchen wearing his school uniform and one sock, and the moment broke. "Pancakes," he announced. "I'm ready for pancakes." "One sock?" I asked, raising an eyebrow. He looked down at his feet. "Oh. I couldn't find the other one." "It's probably under your bed," Jessica said with a sigh. "Daniel, you need to keep your room tidier." "But Mom." "No buts. Gina, would you mind helping him find it after breakfast?" "Of course." I made dinosaur-shaped pancakes. Or at least pancakes that vaguely resembled dinosaurs if you squinted, while Jessica reviewed what looked like contracts on her tablet. Daniel chattered away about a field trip his class was taking to the Natural History Museum, occasionally stopping to take enormous bites of pancake. It felt surprisingly domestic, surprisingly right. Like I'd slipped into a life that fit me better than the one I'd left behind. The days fell into a comfortable rhythm. I'd wake early, prepare breakfast, help Daniel get ready for school, and wave goodbye to both him and Jessica from the front steps. Then I'd have the house to myself until 2:30, when Daniel's bus dropped him off. I spent those quiet hours cleaning, meal prepping, and slowly learning the ins and outs of the household. Jessica was particular about certain things. She liked her towels folded in thirds, her spices organized alphabetically, her mail sorted by priority, but she wasn't unreasonable. She simply liked order, and I could respect that. Afternoons with Daniel were my favorite part of the day. He'd burst through the door full of stories about school, and we'd sit at the kitchen table with snacks while he told me about his friends, his teachers, whatever had captured his imagination that day. "Miss Gina, did you know that some dinosaurs were as small as chickens?" he asked one afternoon, his mouth full of apple slices. "I did know that. Pretty crazy, right?" "Yeah. And some were huge, like as tall as buildings." "Nature is wild," I agreed. He grinned at me and my heart squeezed. In just 2 weeks I'd grown incredibly fond of this little boy. He was smart and funny and surprisingly sensitive beneath his boisterous exterior. Sometimes when he thought I wasn't looking, I'd catch him with a thoughtful expression on his face, like he was puzzling through something complex. After snacks we'd do homework, which usually involved me helping him with math while he tried to convince me that dinosaurs were relevant to every subject. Then we'd play until dinner time. Sometimes we'd build elaborate Lego structures. Sometimes we'd have lightsaber battles in the living room, using wrapping paper tubes as weapons. And sometimes we'd just read together on the couch. Jessica usually arrived home between 6 and 7, always looking polished but tired. She'd kick off her heels by the door, pour herself a glass of wine, and ask Daniel about his day. I'd serve dinner, usually something nutritious but kid-friendly, and then excuse myself to give them family time. But Jessica often insisted I stay. "You're part of the household," she said one evening when I tried to slip away. "Please sit. I'd like the company." So I sat and we ate together like an actual family. Jessica would ask me about my day, about what Daniel and I had done, and she'd share sanitized versions of her work drama. Daniel would interrupt constantly with his own observations and stories, and somehow, impossibly, it all felt natural. I was careful not to read too much into it. Jessica was my employer, nothing more. But sometimes I'd catch her watching me with an expression I couldn't quite read, and my traitorous heart would skip a beat. 3 weeks into my employment, Jessica had to leave town for a conference. "I'll be gone Thursday through Sunday," she told me on Wednesday evening. 4 days. Can you manage?" "Of course," I said, trying to ignore the flutter of anxiety in my stomach. It wasn't that I doubted my ability to take care of Daniel. It was more that the house felt different when Jessica was in it. More alive somehow. "I've left detailed notes in the manual," she continued. "Emergency contacts, Daniel's schedule, everything you might need. And you can call me anytime, day or night." "We'll be fine," I assured her. "Right, Daniel?" Daniel, who was building a Lego spaceship on the floor, looked up. "Are you leaving again, Mom?" "Just for a few days, sweetheart. Miss Gina will take good care of you." "But I want you," he said, his lower lip jutting out. Jessica's expression softened. She knelt down beside him, unmindful of her expensive suit. "I know, baby. I have to work. And when I get back we'll have a special day together, just you and me. How does the aquarium sound?" "Really?" His face lit up. Really? I promise. He threw his arms around her neck and she hugged him tight, closing her eyes. Watching them, I felt a surge of emotion I couldn't quite name. They loved each other so much, and despite Jessica's demanding career, she was clearly a devoted mother. Later, after Daniel had gone to bed, Jessica found me in the kitchen wiping down the counters. "Thank you," she said quietly. I turned to face her. "For what?" "For making this easier. For being so good with him." She leaned against the counter and I noticed for the first time how exhausted she looked. "It's hard being away so much. I worry that I'm not enough for him." "You're an amazing mother," I said firmly. "Daniel adores you. Anyone can see that." "He adores you too," she replied, her gaze intense. "He talks about you constantly. Miss Gina said this. Miss Gina and I did that. I was worried he wouldn't bond with a new caretaker, but you've made yourself indispensable remarkably quickly." There was something in the way she said it, some undercurrent I couldn't quite identify. Was she pleased? Concerned? Something else entirely? "He's a special kid," I said. "Easy to love." Jessica was quiet for a moment, studying me. Then she said, "I should get to bed. Early flight tomorrow." "Of course. Travel safe. Gina." She paused at the kitchen door. "If you need anything at all, please don't hesitate to call." "I will. Promise." She nodded and left, but I could have sworn her eyes lingered on me just a moment longer than necessary. The first day without Jessica was strange. The house felt bigger, emptier, even with Daniel's constant chatter and energy. We kept busy, school, homework, a trip to the park. But I found myself missing her presence more than I wanted to admit. That evening, after Daniel was in bed, my phone rang. Jessica's name flashed on the screen. "Hello." "Hi." Her voice sounded different over the phone. Softer, more intimate. "I hope I'm not calling too late." "Not at all. Is everything okay?" "Yes, I wanted to check in. See how Daniel's doing." "He's great. We went to the park after school and he made friends with a girl who also loves dinosaurs. They had a very serious discussion about whether Stegosaurus or Triceratops would win in a fight." Jessica laughed and the sound sent warmth through my chest. "Let me guess, he argued for Stegosaurus because of the tail spikes?"
You have reached this point. Please subscribe for more. Thank you.
Exactly. Though she made a compelling case for Triceratops based on horn positioning and defensive capabilities. "My son, the paleontologist." There was such affection in her voice. "Thank you for taking him to the park. He loves being outside." I noticed. "We'll probably go again tomorrow if the weather holds." "That sounds perfect." There was a pause and I heard what sounded like a hotel room in the background. The low hum of air conditioning, distant voices in the hallway. "Are you doing okay?" I asked. "How's the conference?" "Boring," she admitted. "Lots of men explaining things I already know. But that's the nature of the tech industry." "That sounds frustrating." "It is. But it's also necessary. Networking, maintaining relationships, staying visible." She sighed. "Sometimes I miss the early days when it was just about building something I believed in, not playing politics." "What made you start your company?" I asked, genuinely curious. I wanted to create software that actually helped people, not just made money for investors. Educational tools, accessibility features, things that make technology more inclusive. Her voice grew passionate. "There's so much potential in tech to change lives, but it's wasted on ad revenue and data mining and, sorry I'm ranting." "Don't apologize. It's nice to hear you talk about something you're passionate about." Another pause, longer this time. "I should let you go," Jessica said, though she didn't sound like she wanted to. "Early session tomorrow." "Hey. Good luck with the mansplaining." She laughed again. "I'll need it. Good night, Gina." "Good night, Jessica." I sat there for a long moment after she hung up, staring at my phone and trying to ignore the way my heart was racing. She called the next night too. And the night after that. Always ostensibly to check on Daniel, but our conversations would drift to other topics. Her work, my culinary training, books we'd read, movies we loved. By the fourth night we talked for almost 2 hours. "I can't believe you've never seen The Princess Bride," I said, genuinely scandalized. "I've been busy," Jessica protested, and I could hear the smile in her voice. "Too busy for a classic? That's tragic." We're watching it as soon as you get home. We are. Yes. It's non-negotiable. Daniel will love it too. There are sword fights and pirates and rouses. Rouses. Rodents of unusual size. Trust me, it's amazing. She laughed, and I realized I'd been making her laugh a lot over the past few days. I liked it. Liked knowing I could ease some of her stress, make her smile even when she was hundreds of miles away. All right, she said. Movie night when I get back. It's a date. My breath caught. A date. I mean, not a date, obviously. Just the movie. The three of us. She sounded flustered, which was unusual for her. I should go. Another early morning tomorrow. Right. Of course. Sleep well. Gina. Thank you. For everything. After she hung up, I sat in the darkness of my suite, my heart pounding. It's not a date, I told myself firmly. She's your boss. This is just friendly. Professional. But the warmth in her voice, the way she'd lingered on the phone each night, the look in her eyes before she'd left, none of that felt purely professional. Stop it, I told myself. You're imagining things. She's straight, she's your employer, and you are absolutely not going to develop feelings for her. Even as I thought it, I knew I was lying to myself. Jessica returned on Sunday afternoon, looking somehow both exhausted and energized. Daniel heard her car in the driveway and went tearing out of the house before I could stop him. Mom, you're home. I followed at a more sedate pace, reaching the door just as Jessica scooped Daniel into her arms, spinning him around. I missed you so much, she said, kissing his forehead. Were you good for Miss Gina? So good. We went to the park every day and we made cookies and we watched a movie about robots and... Breathe, sweetheart, Jessica said, laughing. Then her eyes found me over Daniel's shoulder, and her smile shifted into something softer, more private. Hi. Welcome home, I said, and meant it more than I probably should have. She set Daniel down and walked up the steps, stopping just in front of me. She was close enough that I could smell her perfume. Something subtle and expensive with notes of jasmine and sandalwood. Thank you, she said quietly. For everything. Just doing my job. It's more than that. Her eyes searched mine. You know it is. Before I could respond, before I could even process what she'd just said, Daniel was tugging at her hand, pulling her inside, demanding to show her the elaborate Lego structure we'd built. The moment broke, but the words hung in the air between us. That evening, after Daniel had finally worn himself out and gone to bed, I found Jessica in her office, still in her travel clothes but with her jacket discarded and her hair slightly mussed. Hey, I said from the doorway. I made dinner. It's in the fridge if you're hungry. You're an angel, she said, rubbing her eyes. I'm starving. Want me to heat it up for you? No, I can. She started to stand, then winced. Actually, yes. That would be wonderful. I heated up the chicken piccata I'd made earlier, plated it with roasted vegetables and a side salad, and brought it to her office on a tray. You didn't have to do this, Jessica said, but she was already reaching for the fork. I wanted to. I set the tray on her desk, moving aside some papers. You look exhausted. 4 days of panel discussions and networking events will do that. She took a bite and closed her eyes. Oh my God. This is incredible. Thank you. No, seriously. This is better than most restaurants. She took another bite, making a small sound of pleasure that did absolutely nothing helpful to my blood pressure. Where did you learn to cook like this? Culinary school, practice, and a lot of burnt food in my early 20s. I leaned against the doorframe watching her eat. But mostly I just love it. The alchemy of turning ingredients into something that makes people happy. Jessica looked up at me, her fork halfway to her mouth. You have a poet's soul, Gina Torres. Is that a compliment or are you making fun of me? It's absolutely a compliment. She set down her fork. I mean it. You have this way of finding beauty in ordinary things. It's refreshing. The air between us felt charged again, heavy with something unspoken. I should leave, I thought. Should say goodnight and go upstairs to my safe, separate space. But I didn't move. The conference was that bad? I asked instead. Not bad exactly. Just exhausting. Everyone wants something. Partnerships, investments, endorsements. And I have to smile and network and be on every second. She rubbed her temples. Sometimes I miss being anonymous. Being able to just Exist without it being a performance. You can exist here, I said softly. You don't have to perform for me or Daniel. Her eyes met mine and I saw vulnerability there that I'd never seen before. Is that why it feels so easy with you? Why I can just be? My heart was pounding now. Jessica. I thought about you, she said suddenly, while I was gone. More than I should have. I couldn't breathe. What? Our phone calls. They were the best part of my day. She stood up, moving around the desk toward me. And I kept wondering why that was. Why talking to you felt different than talking to anyone else. We're friends, I managed, even though the word felt inadequate. It's normal to enjoy talking to your friends. Is that what we are? Friends. She was close now, close enough that I could see the flecks of gray in her blue-green eyes. Because I don't think about my other friends the way I think about you. You're my employer, I said, but my voice came out breathless. We can't. I know. She reached up and for a moment I thought she was going to touch my face, but her hand fell away. I know all the reasons why this is a terrible idea. You work for me. You live in my house. You take care of my son. There's a power imbalance. It's unprofessional. It could end badly and make everything complicated. Yes, I whispered. All of that. But I can't stop thinking about you anyway. Her voice was low, almost pained. And I think maybe you feel it too. I should deny it. Should step back, re-establish boundaries, protect myself. But I'd never been good at lying, especially not to those penetrating eyes. I do, I admitted. But Jessica, we need to be smart about this. We need to think about Daniel, about what happens if... I know. She finally did touch me then, just her fingers brushing my arm, but it felt like electricity. I'm not asking for anything. I needed you to know that you're not alone in feeling this. We stood there in the quiet office, the air thick with possibility and restraint. Then Jessica stepped back, putting professional distance between us. You should get some rest, she said, her voice carefully controlled again. It's your day off tomorrow. Do you have plans? The shift was jarring, but I understood it. We'd gone too far and now we were retreating to safer ground. I'm visiting my mother, I said. How is she doing? Managing. Complaining. The usual. I tried for a smile. She's still not thrilled about me living here. I'm sorry. Don't be. This was the right choice. I meant it. Whatever was happening between Jessica and me, whatever couldn't happen, being here still felt right. I should go. Good night. Good night, Gina. I made it to my suite before my legs gave out, sinking onto the couch with my heart racing. She'd as much as admitted she had feelings for me. Jessica Whitmore, beautiful, successful, impossibly out of my league Jessica, was attracted to me. And I had absolutely no idea what to do about it. My visit with my mother the next day was predictably difficult. You look different, she said suspiciously when I arrived with groceries, her favorite cookies, her magazines, and a bouquet of flowers. Different how? Happier. She said it like an accusation. Must be nice, living in your fancy townhouse while I'm stuck here alone. Mom, you know I call you every other day. And I'm here now. For a few hours. Then you'll run back to your new family. I took a deep breath, counting to 10. They're not my family. They're my employers. That little boy calls you every morning. I hear you on the phone with him. Her eyes narrowed. Getting awfully attached, aren't you? He's a sweet kid. It's my job to build a relationship with him. And what about his mother? You building a relationship with her too? My face must have betrayed something because my mother's expression shifted to something almost triumphant. I knew it, she said. I knew there was something. You're carrying on with that woman, aren't you? I'm not carrying on with anyone, I said firmly, even as my cheeks burned. Jessica is my boss. That's all. Jessica, my mother repeated mockingly. So familiar. So cozy. Tell me, Gina, does she know? About your preferences? The way she said it made it sound dirty, shameful. I'd come out to my mother when I was 19 and she'd never quite forgiven me for it. My sexuality isn't a secret, Mom. And it's none of your business. It is my business when my daughter is throwing away her life chasing after women who'll never want her back. That stung more than I wanted to admit. I need to go. Of course you do. Run away like always. I left the groceries, left the flowers, and left before I could say something I'd regret. But as I walked back to the subway, my mother's words echoed in my head. Women who'll never want her back. Was that what I was doing? Developing feelings for someone completely unattainable? Jessica had admitted she thought about me, but that didn't mean she'd actually act on it. She was right about all the complications. The power imbalance, the professionalism, the risk to Daniel if things went wrong. Maybe I should look for another job, I thought. Put some distance between us before this became more painful than it already was. But the thought of leaving, of not seeing Daniel's gap-toothed smile every afternoon, of not having dinner conversations with Jessica, of not being part of their little family, made my chest ache. I was in deeper than I'd realized.